Hi everybody, name is William here. Uh, it's good to record this video and address you guys. Some of the things I'm thinking about some of the things. You look at the way how fast the world is evolving. It's scary. Look at the AI, technology, just the lifestyle culture. It's kind of scary. Wonder. 10 years from now, what is going to be? What kind of jobs are the young people going to be doing? So, you tend to think like, are we going in the right direction? As humanity as a whole, are we going in the right direction? Because when you look at how social media is going to waste many things, especially the young people. These things they focus on, the things they spend their time, which is a very precious resource. It's kind of scary. It's really, really scary. And what really scares me is the type of content that, for instance, the young people who spend their time on social media and the content which they produce, some of the content are not the things that they believe in. They are the things that people are going to like. So there's this urge of making videos, pictures, animations to kind of appeal to an audience, where you get likes, you get some form of reactions. And when you look at the cyberspace, the way it is, it's full of horrible stuff. And those are the things that trend. Then you ask yourself one question. How is it going to be 10 years from now? What are we really focusing on as young people? What message, what agenda are we trying to advance as young people and also as a civilization? We live in this world, thinking like the human mind, the way it is programmed to be. It's our nature. We don't have the concept of death in our mind. We live as if we're going to live forever and ever and ever and ever. But that's not the case. If you try to take a page from our forefathers and you move fast forward 50 years from independence for some African countries, maybe 60 years for some, you try to move 50 years backwards and 50 years now, you compare. It's a different world we're living in. Different things we're focusing on. Yes, we need to advance, but we also need to advance with patriotism. We also need to advance with proper agendas and plans. Where we're going, right? The majority of people who own properties in this country, in the neighboring countries, the old folks. What are the young people focusing on? They're focusing on lifestyle. So expensive phones, big cars, big parties, and that's it. Yes, there are quite a few young people doing businesses here, working in a job. Trying to do productive things, but the majority of young people not very impressed. I'm not very impressed, to be honest. You wonder what kind of society we're gonna have in 10 years, in the near future. But this is all part of the plan of social media, is to control, mind control. So the more they keep you glued to the cyberspace, the more you watch stuff, and you see the way the brain works, it absorbs things unconsciously, right? So if you just think about it like whatever you see, whatever you hear, it programs your brain. It changes your brain in a certain way. So it ultimately changes you in a certain way. And you know, the funny thing is, social media companies like Facebook, Instagram, X, and many others, they're going to admit that their social platforms they're very addictive. I have a question you want to ask yourself: how much time do you spend on social media? What do you gain? It's really scary, I tell you. It's scary. I believe as young people, we need to realize that we are. It's not just the saying. They say that we are the future leaders. We are the future. But if we are creating a vague future, a lazy future, what kind of a future we have? Because you can see it. It's all written in black and white. You compare the old folks and us. We don't stand a chance in every matrix. They beat us. They were more hardworking, more focused, more resilient. They had proper values. There was a time when movies would be the greatest distractors, where the greatest distractors of culture, people start dressing like what they see in the music video, what they see in the movies. Now it looks like social media is the biggest distraction. Mm. You need to introspect if you're a youth. You need to ask yourself serious questions. Life expectancy in Zambia in most African countries, something like 61 years old. You're 35 years old. You basically live half of your life. What have you done with it? You know, do you have the time to do what you're doing? What are you getting from that? Is it the future that you want? How are we going to make this country developed if we focus on useless things? Useful but useless in the wrong run. Very useless. Hopeless. Well, I don't have answers. Those are questions you might ask yourself as well, right? Figure this